All my people who still watch wrestling, man. This episode 60 of Yes, We Still Watch Wrestling. Steve Dennis here, Shaq is here, Chili is here. Unfortunately, I was wrong. They were right about the outcome of Survivor Series.
Hold
The
on,
heels.
wait. Let's not just breeze. We're not just gonna breeze past that. Hey, Chili, I believe he said I was wrong. They were right. We're gonna focus on the I was wrong part.
Why were you wrong? Why were you wrong?
Yeah, why were you wrong, Dad?
Because y'all are co-champions. The Hills, Division 1. Division
Negative.
1.
Negative.
Y'all are co-champions.
Negative.
Y'all are co-champs. Division 1. Division 1, man. And I don't like how it went down. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, though. But before we get into all that, man, for tonight's icebreaker, it's going to require a little bit of teamwork from you guys, man. A little bit of teamwork, just a little bit. So there's another thing that people have been doing that we're going to give our first attempt to tonight. Hey, we're going to do Keep 3, Cut 3. So the topic is best Survivor Series moments. Not necessarily matches, but best Survivor Series moments in the wake of Survivor Series. All right. I'm going to give you 6 moments in total. You're going to decide which 3 to keep, which 3 to cut. Here's the thing, though. You have to decide when I tell you. So I'm not going to give you all the moments in advance. I'm going to say them one by one, and you're going to decide whether you're going to keep it or whether you're going to cut it. Also, you two have to agree. If you absolutely can't agree, I will be the tiebreaker. But you two have to agree.
I don't even like Willie. Why I gotta?
All right. So first up, the Montreal screw job. Are we keeping that or are we cutting that? As far as that's a keep? Okay. All right, cool. Next up, CM Punk returns in Chicago to Survivor Series at the end of War Games.
Keep.
What say you,
Willie?
And
it's 3 of them, right?
So I'm going to give you 6 in total.
Yeah.
You have to decide which 3 moments you're going to keep as far as the best Survivor Series moments and which moments you're going to cut.
Right. And CM Punk's his return?
Yeah, his return to Chicago at War Games at the end of War Games.
Me and Shaq have to agree on each one.
Yeah, I have to agree. If not, I'll be the tiebreaker. But I'm at least let y'all discuss back and forth if y'all don't agree.
I'm going to say cut. I'm pretty sure there are better moments in it. A wrestler returning. He just came back to
whoop-de-doo. No. You're downplaying. You are downplaying that.
Whoop-de-doo. I get the background history.
You're downplaying that.
It's just like anyone else coming back to somewhere they wrestled.
Negative. It ain't like Dolph Ziggler coming back. But shout Dolph. It ain't like Dolph Ziggler coming back. No. This is CM Punk, the man that went on the tirade of I hate WWE for years.
It's like it would be the same if John Moxley came back in Survivor Series.
No, it wouldn't.
As big a name who's out there, them returning back to their place they made their name at. That's what it would be, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, it was a crazy moment because nobody expected it. It was in Chicago. But here's the other thing you got to remember. There's 4 more on this list.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if you keep it, that means you're 100% confident that it's better, at least better than the other 3 of the other 4 on the list. Are you 100% confident in that, Shaq? Without even knowing what they are. All right. I'm gonna go, and it's kind of unfair because I got the list in front of me. But if I had to make a choice, I'm gonna cut it. Because there's some other moments out here that I think, as far as like lifetime or like span the course of a lifetime. So here we go. All right, next, The Rock turns heel and joins Vince McMahon at Survivor Series against Mankind. We keeping that or we cutting that?
Let me move my leg from my camera, my table, my desk. I'm gonna say keep it.
Why you say keep? That's hey. Why you say keep?
That the correct me if I'm wrong. That is the one where The Rock fit fucking Mick Foley's head through the chair like 30 times. That in itself is legendary as fuck. Keep it. Hell yeah. The Rock going heel was just added bonus, but like his character in general was kind of was a heel guy before,
And that,
so
and that,
but it's just the chair shots alone.
and that character switch that forever changed the Rock's trajectory. Like that heel turn forever changed it. Why you say cut, Shaq?
Wasn't better than CM Punk returning. Number one. Number one. And then now in the pantheon of things we have to talk about, it wouldn't be top. So you telling me that's a top 3 moment in the entire history of the pay-per-view? So on my list, like I can't choose nothing else, right?
No. This is
I'm going by, let's just say, like if I chose the first 2, yeah, that can't be the last thing. I'm pretty sure there are other better, they're greater. I could think of 2 up top that are better.
Good point.
That's a good point. Hey, I'm gonna say cut. I'm gonna say cut. What you? Well,
Yeah,
but
I'm cut. I'm a cut.
You're gonna cut. All right, next Stone Cold.
Normally you have this set up. Yeah, it's gonna be a better moment.
Next, Stone Cold gets run over by a car in the parking garage at Survivor Series.
Payoff, because of the payoff. I did it for The Rock. For The Rock.
I don't know, man. Willie, what you think?
Cut.
You cut? All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Y'all agree, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. All right, next, Undertaker beats Hulk Hogan for the belt at Survivor Series.
Keep it. Anything the Undertaker is doing.
This is so biased. It's not even funny. It's so biased.
You could have been like the Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction versus Triple H or Shawn Michaels in Saudi Arabia. I'd have been like, keep it.
That match ain't even happened.
Whatever the match was,
that match never happened. I didn't even see that match.
So it doesn't exist in my memory.
That match doesn't exist in my universe. No way.
What you going with, Shaq? Keep a cut.
Was that number 5?
Yeah, that's number 5. So right now, but I mean technically, all right, so hold on.
You gotta technically keep.
We got 2.
Last 2.
Yeah, we kept Montreal Screwjob.
Mm-hmm.
And we cut CM Punk's return to Chicago. We cut The Rock.
That?
Yeah, we cut CM Punk's return to Chicago. We cut The Rock turns heel, and we just cut Stone Cold gets hit by a car. So that's the 3 cuts right there. So we got to keep the last 2. All right, so that means we keep it. Undertaker beats Hulk Hogan for the belt, and the last one was Sting's debut.
That's the key.
Sting's debut. That was the last one. So that's all right. So we keeping Montreal Screwjob. Undertaker won the beats Hulk Hogan for the belt. Sting's debut, and we cut in CM Punk's return to Chicago. The Rock turns heel, and we cut in Stone Cold getting hit by the car. I think y'all did good, fellas. I think y'all did good, man. I know Shaq upset about CM Punk. So Shaq, you really think CM Punk's return to Chicago was a bigger moment than Sting's debut? First of all, that Survivor Series.
I didn't cut that. You know what I'm cutting.
No, I'm saying, like, I'm just asking you because you said that's a top 2 moment on your list. So do you think
out of the ones that you had so far, like out of the ones that you had, that would be top 2.
All right, so but what do you think was a bigger moment? Because you still think we should have kept CM Punk. So you think Sting's debut?
I'm still going with Punk.
All right, so to put it in perspective, like that Survivor Series match was probably the last great Survivor Series 5-on-5 match we have seen. On top of that, it was a classic match with an ending that we typically don't get. Like, name another time they put Dolph Ziggler over like that. You know, even when he won the belt, it was gone in like a month. Dolph Ziggler pinned Seth Rollins. Like, he was the lone survivor, right? So the match was already a classic before Sting even came out. Nobody expected Sting to come out. Triple H is out there. Their jobs is on the line, him and Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bunch of stuff going on. We don't know who's coming out. Everybody knows, like, pretty much. I forgot what was their name. What was the name of that group with that Triple H and Stephanie McMahon led with Seth Rollins? Dang, what was the name of that group?
That's not the corporation. That's the
it's not the corporation. I know the slogan. I forgot what they used to refer to themselves as, but yeah, and then all of a sudden, Sting of all people comes out. Shaq, Yeah, I'll go with Sting debut over CM Punk return to Chicago. Because here's what be to be the determining factor for me. To Willie's point, right? If he returned to anywhere but Chicago, does he get that same pop? Pause.
Yes.
He get the ovation just as loud anywhere else.
Yeah.
Who gets a bigger pop, Sting or Punk?
Sting anywhere but Chicago.
Yeah. Sting's return. Sting's coming.
So put it like this, right? For that day and age, there are more people that know who CM Punk that know who Sting is.
And he still went crazy for Sting.
I'm not doubting that, but more wrestling fans today, for the younger generation, know who CM Punk is and they know who Sting is.
If we talking about everything
I
that
think
happened,
it's all relative compared to when they both returned.
Yeah. If we talking about what happened afterwards, that's different. If we talking about what happened afterwards, but just that moment, I gotta go Sting. But which one you going with, Willie? Yeah, it's Sting, bro. Yeah, it's Sting. The moment Sting debuting meant more. We never thought that was happening. There was rumors that Punk was gonna come back to W. Look at it like this. Like, yes, it was a surprise.
Where'd you see a rumor at?
He just got fired.
Yes, that was it. We said that was it. He's not coming back.
There was rumors he was going back to WWE, bro. There was definitely rumors he was going back to WWE. Like there was CM Punk fans in the crowd. I mean, not fans. There was CM Punk signs in the crowd that entire night.
There was always CM Punk signs in the crowd. Always.
Not like that night.
There was always CM Punk signs in the crowd.
Not like that night. There was definitely rumors. Go back and look. Like
that was already alleged that he was going to be coming back.
That he was going to be coming back. We just didn't know it was going to be in Survivor Series in Chicago. But there was rumors that he was going to come back to WWE because it was all speculation. Because it's like, all right, like you just got let go by AEW. What else are you going to do? There was definitely speculations and rumors that they were in talks. Absolutely. I don't know. I'm going with Sting, but that's a good debate. We're going to put that online. We're going to put that online. We're going to let the people decide. All right, cool. So one thing I want to get into real quick before we talk about Survivor Series, there was a report today. So I forgot my man's name. We actually got a new follower through a debate. I don't know if y'all was looking, but through the shout out to Santi Zap, but I got his name. His name is Young, but YUNG_Croissant. Young Croissant. Him and a few others was going back and forth for Santi Zap page. I'm talking about like 200 replies back and forth. Like we was going, I had time. And it was centered around Jey Uso, which we could talk about. We're not going to, we might talk about Jey Uso later, but not right now. But it was centered around the Jey Uso and LA Knight match and how the IWC like pretty much is hating on Jey. And I've been going smack at anybody who's been hating on Jey for no reason. So me and him, and it was mutual respect. Like he followed us immediately. Me and him was talking or whatever. But long story short, his main point was he felt like LA Knight should get a run, and he feels like he's been misused, and he's been over for a while, actually over with the crowd longer than Jey has, since Jey's been a solo star, but he never got his shot. Well, a report came out today that LA Knight is not, and it's not stamped 100%. This is speculation, but reports came out that he's not getting a title run no time soon. He's probably going to get like another scrap match at WrestleMania 42. And the reason being is because like the people in the writer's room don't really believe in LA Knight like that. I don't know if they're basing it off of his US title run, but they're pretty much just saying like we don't believe in him as a world champion right now. So my question to you guys is, do you agree with that? And then two, if not in WWE, what would be next for LA Knight? I can't imagine like he would still stay with the company after his contract is over, knowing how they viewed him if the reports are true. So number one, do y'all agree with that? And then number two, like if not WWE, what y'all think next for him?
The Indies, go live it up on the Indies, baby. Make your bread on the Indies. Do your Ryan C. Killer Cross, make it a killer on the Indies right now. Go get your bread in the independent booking scene. And I know me and Dennis talked about this before. I agree. Like you could be immensely over with the crowd and still won't be world champion. Like if they don't see it, they just don't see it. It's no offense to them. I mean, you can do everything in your power to get there, but Just because you're over don't mean you're world champion.
Mm-hmm. I can
I
agree with
think
that.
I think they're right. I think it's just more. I think it's more timing than anything
Mm-hmm.
because there are just more popular stars ahead of him in the line right now, unfortunately. And
Right.
even if you want to talk about Jay's reign goes within the confines, I think, of the entire umbrella of the bloodline story. So
Mm-hmm.
it still makes sense in that regard. And then I don't know where he fits in with. Is it realistic that he beats a Cody? Like who does he beat for the
Right.
title? You know what I
Right.
mean? The opportunity was there with Jay, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but even still, again, like where is it? Where does it make sense for him? So I think it's more timing than anything. I think there was a brief moment after Roman lost, and they split the belts up that he probably could have been had a short stint as champ.
Yeah.
But once everything got a hold with Seth having the belt, Cody wasn't letting go of that belt anytime soon. As far as on the Universal side, it was tough break.
Right. I agree, Willie.
I do agree. It sounds rare that we all agree, but I agree with y'all 100%. Like, I love LA Knight, and do it. It's one thing to say he's deserving. I think we all agree that he is deserving of a shot. You know what I'm saying, to see what can happen, but I can also understand why they don't see it, because here's been my argument to everybody online, right? Because I've been telling them, I was like, look, y'all rooting for LA Knight now. Like, y'all hate Jay, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a popular thing to do right now is to hate Jay. Jay not really warrant. Like, the hate that he's getting online right now, he's not really warranted of that. But y'all gonna do that. I said y'all gonna do the same thing to LA Knight. When if LA Knight were to win, right? A month or two later, y'all gonna be tired of LA Knight, and here's why. The difference between LA Knight and Jay, and I'm not saying Jay is more deserving of another run than LA Knight, but the difference between LA Knight and Jay is that Jay gets you to buy in to like the stories. So he may not be a 100% great cutter, even though his backstage promos, he don't really miss with that. It be sometimes in the ring when he's solo, whatever. But he gets you to buy into the story. The most compelling story on Raw right now is Jay crashing out. Like, he gets you to buy in to what's going on. LA Knight would have the same problem as Cody, whereas he will win and there's nothing for him after that. Like, there's no real story after that. And then on top of that, LA Knight not really known for putting on like classic or banger matches. What saved Cody is the Kevin Owens rivalry. That saved Cody's run. Because before that, everybody was trashing his run. But the AJ Styles match at Backlash, and then the rivalry with Kevin Owens that I think concluded at the Rumble.
KO was right.
Like, that saved him, because that finally gave him a story and it gave him classic moments. But LA Knight don't even have the same in-ring ability as Cody. Like, at least Cody's a great wrestler and has the potential to put on classic matches. LA Knight, he don't really do that. So not only is he not gonna be put on classic matches, but he don't have no story, and I think it's gonna be a waste of a shot. I do, and I hate to say that because I do think he is deserving. It would be nice to see what would happen, but I agree with y'all. I understand it. My only thing with him as far as what's next, I do not see LA Knight in AEW. I don't think AEW is a
That's
good
why I say
spot for him.
Indies.
Yeah, if he
Unless
does,
they're making him one of their top stars, the only way I could see it making sense.
right,
He's
right,
an indie guy or a TNA guy.
right. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Even
I
when
think
you
him
go to
and TNA would
it's
be
like
fun.
working for WWE still.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
That's what that is at the end of the day.
there's a report. WWE denied it right now, but there's a report that partnership might be coming to an end. It's like a clause in a contract because of a TV deal that's coming up for, I want to say, TNA. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. All right, let's get into what happened this past weekend. So, first and foremost, in regards to Survivor Series, all right, there's a couple things we need to talk about. As a whole, what grade did y'all give Survivor Series as a whole? I want to see something real quick. What grade did y'all give it?
Chili.
You know, I'm already a tough grader on everything in
glad.
life.
But I mean, but sometimes you need a tough critic. So
It was 4 matches. B minus. It's me being me being liberal. First, I was gonna say it's C plus.
That's where I'm at with it. B minus C plus range. That's where I am.
Dang, we all gonna agree again. Actually,
I'm about to play the lotto tonight. There we go.
That's
the lotto
that's
in the morning.
honestly, if we talking the matches, I gave it a B minus because them commercials, dog. Yo, the commercials was like 10 to 15 minutes between
Yeah,
matches. There
commercials was
was
OD.
OD, man.
Commercials was OD. I thought it was me for. I was like, damn, what's
No,
all
They got
right?
like
money to make, man. They got money to
I'm
make.
like,
You're right.
This is what
golly,
Bottom
happens,
bro.
line
man.
doesn't give a damn about what you talking about.
Yeah, man.
Think about it. Just a card with only 4 matches. Now, granted, 2 of them was War Games, cool, but a card with only 4 matches was almost a 3-hour pay per view.
It's even worse hearing about people in the arena say what was going on during that time. It was just the commercials playing or music or people's theme songs playing.
Yeah, like you might as well have thrown another match in there. It could have been 5 matches. It could have been 5. They could have made
Then
it
you got to
5.
pay more people. Nope.
It's crazy, bro. But other than that, if we just going by the matches, I probably would have gave it a B. But I'm also cool with a B minus. I think the women's War Games match was better than the men's. We about to talk about both of them, but I think the women's War Games match was better than the men. I don't know if y'all agree with that or not, but I think as a match itself, it was better. I think the men's War Game. I think it's the same trend every year. The men's War Games match has better moments, but as a match overall, the women's War Games match is better. For those of you who thought that War Games was going to be better than Blood and Guts or had that expectation, I feel sorry for you. I really do. You gotta learn to manage your expectations. I'm a WWE loyalist, and even I knew that there was no way that that neither one of those matches was gonna be better than what they did at Blood and Guts.
And Blood and Guts was on TV.
And Blood and Guts was on TV.
It was on
So,
TV.
so learn how to manage your expectations. But
I hope so. To go back to what I hope this builds a trend. Remember how last week I was talking about like there's nothing that they're really like War Games used to mean something. Like it used to be like, yo, the end this side, don't rock with this side. We done tried everything. We can't get along. Fuck it. We got to go to War Games. Like this is the only way we can settle our differences. I don't like the fact that it's just a every year thing of I dog was that time again. Let's start putting this random person together with this random person. Throw them against this side. I hope we go away from this not every sort of like they did it with the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. They just did away with it. Like, no, this makes no sense for every year there to be a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
I don't even think they need to like get rid of
Well,
Survivor Series.
I want
They
to like
just need to.
build to something.
I would rather see them either do something like how they do a college football playoffs, like the bowls rotate, right? Like let them do a rotation on what the Survivor Series theme is going to be. Like 1 year it would be War Games, another year is the traditional OG one.
Yeah.
The next year it's like Brand Wars, and another year it's like Clash of Champions esque, where you have the champions of each brand going against each other, almost like the Brand Wars. Like I think it'd be dope if they did something where like the OG Survivor Series, like where you have your teams of 4, your teams of 5, and the winning team, they get some kind of like fatal 4-way shot for the number 1 contenders, or they get like a 5-man title match, you know what I mean, at the next pay-per-view or something crazy. I think that would be kind of dope if they did it like that. There would be some incentive for teams to work together to get this opportunity afterwards or whatever have you. So
especially if you're gonna put like division outside of, now that we know Logan Paul is officially in division outside of those 3, I mean, they weren't random, but the other team was random. So if you're gonna do that, like have a gauntlet match on Monday Night Raw to determine who's gonna be the next title contender or whatever. I love Brand Wars more than War Games. And this is not me saying this after like the past few War Games. I've always felt this way.
They haven't touched a good Survivor Series since they did the one due to the flight fiasco.
Everybody
where it was NXT, where they had to rush and then they ended with the NXT Raw SmackDown, battle.
And if I remember correctly, they did the right thing with that one because NXT went over in 2 of those matches. Roger Strong won the match. Who was Shayna Baszler won the triple threat with her?
Justice for Shayna. Jesus Christ.
And then matter of fact,
they dropped the ball with her.
And they dropped the ball with her.
And she's on the Indies killing right now. Man, Justice for Shayna.
They dropped the ball with Adam Cole. Adam Cole fought Pete Dunne that night for the NXT title.
Get well soon, Adam Cole, man. Hope you ain't got to retire, man. Please get well soon. I'm on that today.
Prayers to him. Pause that, but yeah, prayers to him.
No pause it.
But All right, so the women's War Games match, obviously, it set up something between AJ Lee, Becky. We kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I think that was the only reason AJ was in that match is to set up AJ versus Becky. That's the only reason AJ.
Yeah,
was
that's that Mania. I wonder
Yeah.
if Becky is going to end up being IC champ again before that time.
That's a good question.
You stop it. You stop it at IC champ.
I had this
she could
question.
end up being world champ again, and that would be a good match. Her versus AJ for the world title.
Champ.
Hey,
That's very
look,
true.
I had this. I was saying this online. I was asking, is it time for another Becky Lynch run? Are we at the point where Becky Lynch should have another world title run? Are we at that point?
I never have an issue with big time Bex having the belt. Never.
Yeah, I mean, we might be at that point because I think her or Rhea is next up, and then like you said, AJ Lee probably take the belt from Becky at some point.
Ain't too many wrestlers in the world more over than Rhea Ripley. That's man or woman. That's man or man or ain't too many wrestlers more over than Rhea Ripley. No, when Rhea's music hit, they went stupid. Like the roof almost blew out there. I say Rhea is like over for real.
100%, 100%. They're over. So yeah, we gotta see what happens. Don't know when Bianca's coming back, but I believe Bianca will be back soon. She was on a podcast talking about how her finger just wasn't healing right or whatever. Hopefully everything's cool with that. 'Cause I would love to see her.
I really want her released back by Rumble.
Yeah,
January.
He'll up come back, but you can say I'll come back for Rumble.
I think a surprise with her returning after Rumble would be good.
And she would have to win the Rumble because I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I think.
Yeah, because you can't have her win Elimination Chamber again. She won Elimination Chamber last year. You gotta get what?
I think they need her to win because they need the juxtaposition of her and Rhea being like there, because Rhea really doesn't have, like, Becky has Charlotte, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rhea has who?
It should have been Bianca, but they done dropped the ball in that match so many times.
But that was injuries and shit like that happened. I put that part on it. But I think Bianca is the other side of Rhea. Like, I don't know who else they have that can catch up to what Rhea has been doing other than Bianca. So I think when you look at it, how when Bianca was dominating Rumble, then Rhea came back and broke her record. Something like that might happen again. Not necessarily, or her just winning the Rumble. You know what I mean? So
they're the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins of the women's division. Or if you want to say Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, I'm understanding Roman Reigns and Seth because they came up together. You know what I mean? Development at NXT. Yeah, we need to see that one-on-one match. I now, with that being said, I 100% understand last year though. Io deserved to be in that triple threat. So last year I get that, but we just like, unfortunately, and injuries played a role in that this year. Unfortunately, we was about to get Roman versus Seth, but it's not happening. We need to see Rhea versus Bianca at some point. But I think at this year's Mania, I think it's locked in. It's going to be Bianca versus Jade to kind of pay off that story and see what happens. Shout out to the women for putting on another good match. The match I predicted to be match of the night, and I sitting here on Wednesday night, I believe it was, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Dom versus John Cena. What grade did y'all give that match? Now that we sitting here days later, what grade you giving that match?
I think I give that match a B. Yeah, I think that was a B.
I'm thinking somewhere between the 7. I give it 7 out of 10, 6.5.
Now we switching the numbers now.
No. I mean B plus, bro. Because that's what came to my mind when I thought about it.
I'm gonna do one match. I'm gonna do one better.
Best match of the night.
And I'm thinking, before I say this, I'm running through the matches, but I honestly think it might have been a top 3 John Cena match of his retirement run. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, the match was highly entertaining. That's easily Dom's best match of his entire career. And it's not no knock on Dom, not to say like his other matches were trash or anything like that, but he hadn't had a classic match yet. And I'm not saying that match was a certified classic, but it's easily the best match of his career, number one. Number two, the people that he put over in that match.
Everybody over.
He put everybody over. First of all, Raquel and Rox came out with Dom. Like, that don't happen. Like, they never do that. Got them involved in the match. Sold me on the injury. Sold me. Like line and sinker. Like, I took that bait. I
wonder
that.
if that came about from Penta's injury.
Penta, yeah,
that
but
idea.
also,
Yeah.
I knew if they were filming him, I knew it wasn't real. If they were filming him, like, yeah, it's fake. They're filming him.
Man, sold me. And Dom can be in a movie tomorrow.
Because if you notice the difference between what happened with Dom and what happened with Braun, the cameras ain't show the rest of medical checking on Braun.
I thought Braun. I thought it was Curtis. Me and Willie was watching. I thought it was curtains with Braun. I thought it was curtains. That was curtains.
So whenever they film you, like, that's a work. Whenever they film
you. Mm-hmm. And they could have, and like I said, he put everybody over, but especially the person that he put over the most wasn't even Dom, it was Liv. Sante made a good point. Liv is going to be the last female to be able to work with John Cena before he's done. She's the last female to be able to be in the ring with him and work with him. She's going to be able to say that. And then they could have easily saved her return for the Rumble. He chose to have her in that moment in front of a packed stadium at one of the big fours for PLEs and put her over. Like,
nobody want to see Liv come back dressed like a Power Ranger.
Hey, that's gonna be interesting to see. The fact that the Rumble's
gonna clothes over there, man.
It's gonna be. I'll be right back on.
You good? They're gonna have to come up with 30 different outfits. That's gonna be very interesting, though. How many colors you gonna come up with? How many like bodysuit schemes?
All gonna be bodysuits, non-breathable level. Nope.
The only person that's gonna be able to do something different is Bianca, and that's because she makes her own gear.
She make her own gear.
Yeah. Everybody else, like, I feel sorry for them, dog. Like, somebody, there's gonna be at least 10 of them that's gonna come out there looking the same. You know, it's only so many colors in the rainbow, dog. It's only so many colors, man.
They got to accessorize a lot. They just got to play off accessories.
Yeah, they are. Put their logos on their gear or whatever, man.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play off accessories a lot.
But I would honestly, man, and then once again, like, maybe a match will come to my mind later, but I'm running through everything right now. You probably would have John Cena versus Cody at SummerSlam. You probably would have John Cena versus AJ Styles. I forgot which PLE that was. Was that WrestlePalooza? I can't remember. No, WrestlePalooza was him and Brock. I can't remember which PLE that was with him and AJ, man. No, was that the Paris one? No, the Paris one, he didn't perform until, I can't remember. But yeah, John Cena and AJ. And then I probably would put Diamond Cena at 3, man.
I don't know if it counts, but I like the Elimination Chamber he was in. I don't know if that counts but he was in the match.
He was in the match. It does count. All right, cool. Top 5.
Top 5. Cena's Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the match. It counts. That's top 5.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, I would put Dom in his match right up there, man, because of who he put over, how great of an entertaining that match was. Dom got his moment in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of moments in that match that was pretty dope, along with it being a great match.
What was the other match? The AJ Styles one?
Yeah, AJ Styles one. Which I can't think, Willie. Which PLE was that? I can't remember. I know it won't WrestlePalooza.
Wasn't that the overseas one?
Yeah, but which one? I can't remember. Was it Crown Jewel?
Nah, Bash him wherever the fuck.
I thought in the I thought for the Paris joint, I thought that wasn't until, I don't think he performed in Paris until that Monday night. Cause remember, people was mad that he wasn't performing in Paris after
asking me to be a stat boy. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you had to be stat boy today. Yeah. I say this real quick about why you doing that. I say this real quick about Nikki and Steph. Nikki looked good. That's all I got to say about
Crown
the
Jewel.
match. It was Crown Jewel. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that match. I mean, but it was, I will say this though, the Stephanie Fakir Nikki match. What I will say though is that match did exceed my expectations. Not to say that my expectations was high, but you know, I kept an open mind watching that match, and it was a decent match. It was better than what I expected. Nikki actually gave a better performance than what I expected. So shout out to her. But that's really all I got to say about that match. Yeah, I got any other comments about that match? Nikki looked good. Nikki looked good though. All right, and then the men's War Games match. So there's so many layers to this match. First of all, there was rumors that there was tension in regards to like the order of who was gonna come out. That's very interesting. Um, the only problem I had with the order who they came out, I get it 100%, is Roman and it's Brock. But I thought for storyline purposes, having those three, Cody, Roman, and CM Punk work together initially, I thought that would have made for a better story. I thought Roman should have came out 3, but I get it, star power, whatever. But that War Games match heavily relied on star power, right? Now, granted, it was some storytelling in there, but it heavily relied on star power. So before we peel back these layers, overall, what grade did y'all get that match?
Another B.
If I give the women's War Games match a B, I'm going B minus because I don't think it was better than the women's War Games match. So if I'm giving the women's War Games match a B, I'm gonna get that a B minus. I'm gonna get that a B.
I agree. I'll B minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B minus, man. So first, they gave us a preview of what I think. And I've been saying this, Willie. I think you said this as well. Zach, I can't remember what you said, so I'm not trying to discredit you or anything like that. But but what I think is going to be a WrestleMania main event at WrestleMania 42. They gave us a preview of CM Punk and Braun. Then you had
well, is it now? Is it go to me? They don't seem like they're holding that.
The fact that
they don't seem like they're holding that. They're going in January with that.
I don't think they're gonna have a match anytime soon. Well, they played the injury card, but first and foremost, sending love to AJ and CM Punk. I don't know if Larry passed away, man. So sending love to them and comfort and prayers for them. But we don't know when Punk's coming back. So I think Punk is taking some time off.
So have they canceled the match already?
Not a lot, but
have they canceled?
No. You're right. They locked it for January 5th.
You're right. January.
You're right.
They canceled the match.
Is January 5th just like the anniversary of Raw on Netflix?
Yeah, 1 year anniversary of Raw on Netflix.
What a disappointment too, man. Presentation wise and hype wise, I want people to think about this real quick. I know I'm getting off track, but just real quick. Y'all remember how the Wyatt Six debuted? And remember, that was the promise of like, this is what Raw on Netflix is gonna be like.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be no censorship, no blanking out stuff. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, kind of very similar to the Wyatt Six debut. And we got pretty much.
I believe Triple H never said that. Ain't no blanking out. I think we came up with those theories ourselves.
No, like they said that. They said that, bro. They said that.
Triple H said that.
Yes, they said it won't gonna be no censorship, none of that. And then we pretty much get the same programming that's on USA Network. So I mean,
if you believe in promoter, you believe a politician.
That's facts. That's fact.
They got money to make, man.
That's facts.
Say, dog. Capri Sun calling, David. They want the money. Yeah,
for real, bro.
So first layer, do y'all believe that the War Games match relied too much on star power? Okay.
They had to tell a story, long-term storytelling. They had to get to this Cody Roman crap and Punk and Braun. So this is how they get there.
Okay. Next, were y'all mad at Jey Uso having a yeet session mid-match?
Yeah.
No, I was not.
I wasn't either.
It makes sense. You know, this is all going towards his whole turning heel shit. He went from being, you know, the underdog who made it to the top of the mountain and soaked up all the aura and let it get to his head. And he's at the end of it riding the coattails of that wave.
I swear for God, if we get in and popping in the club or whatnot like that, we get in a brawl and Willie go, hold on 1 second, y'all. I gotta hit Bone Crusher real quick. Nigga, we are at war. What are you doing dancing?
Hey,
we
man,
are at war.
If they on the floor knocked out, I would hit Bone Crusher.
We keep slapping them until the police kick us out, dog.
Hey,
nope.
They got yeet shades to sell, my boy.
Thank you.
It's
called for everybody.
Yes, I get it. In that
they got fuzzy hands. They got fuzzy yeet hands to sell. Man.
Yes.
In that aspect, it makes 100% right. But I also go to the aspect of, we are at war. Like this is war, right? There's no dancing. No, we're trying to kill, rape, and pillage. Nah, man. What are we dancing for?
You know what it's also called? It's also called sports entertainment. It's also called sports entertainment.
I see both sides.
Yeah, especially because it wasn't like he was yeeting and then all of a sudden climb back down and continue the match. No, like they played into Brock Lesnar's entrance doing that. You know what I'm
I saw
saying?
that, but like I
Yeah,
just
they played into that. So
when it's time to war, it's time for war. It's time to dance,
yeah,
it's time to dance.
Brock brought it. He brought it back to reality. He made sure they realized it was time for war. They
Yeah,
made
man.
sure. They made sure.
I don't fear no man. I'll shoot the shit out of Brock Lesnar, dog. Like, he's not a
Yeah, ain't
normal sized
nobody no
human
fight.
being, yo.
Yeah,
Like, I'll
ain't
shoot the
nobody
shit out of
fight,
Brock
bro.
Lesnar, yo.
It ain't no fight. Man.
Listen, Brock could slap Jazz ass in the middle of the bar, like, apologize to him, Jazz. What did you apologize? It should never apologize to him. It don't make no sense for me to get beat up in here.
So why
No.
you want me to get killed?
Right.
Does he look like he don't? Does he look like he don't hit hard? You crazy?
And the biggest layer that we gotta talk about before we get to the last layer of this cake, the mystery man.
Hold on, dog. Hold on.
I
just sounded mad weird, dog. Before we get to the last layer of the cake. I'm
yeah,
childish. I'm sorry.
you
I'm
know,
childish.
What are you supposed to
It
do
ain't
with
worse
this
than what
last
you
layer
said.
of
It
cake?
ain't worse than what you said earlier, but
I didn't see.
now you said come back. Now you said come on back, baby.
Yeah, you're right. I did. That's the man. Hey, what you want me to do? That's the man's thing.
All right. Before I say anything about the mystery man, what do we think about the mystery man? I'll let y'all go first. And y'all know how I feel. The public don't, but they about to find out. But y'all go
It's
ahead.
just a plot piece, man. I ain't losing no sleep over this shit. It's Austin Theory or it's Seth Rollins. I mean, Austin Theory dressed as Seth Rollins to be Seth Rollins first when Seth Rollins returns. I mean, like, it's stupid. I wish they could have did something else from a story perspective.
Yes.
But
yes.
Hey, we're here now, man. You know,
Yeah, we're here.
What
now.
more can we do?
The good part about it, I think we're playing too much of who was under the mask rather than who they're going to tell us was under the mask. Because it could have been somebody from the PC that did that. That doesn't mean that that's who they're going to tell us was under the mask at all. So I would love. Somebody said Montez Ford. I would love that too. I would love this to be Tez. Jericho, not so much because he doesn't fit into the vision.
Hey man, it's got to be a young boy. Anybody
Yeah, that's what
jumping
it has to be somebody
up that cage
younger,
like
not
that's a young
not.
dude.
That's why I don't see it being
Ain't no
Jericho.
old head wrestler moving like
Yeah.
that.
None.
Well, no, that plays into. They're not going to tell us who was under the mask. They're just going to say that was Jericho, Jericho under the mask. So that's why, but it's not. I don't see it being Jericho because you already kicked the old head out the group for being selfish and whatnot. You don't want to put another narcissistic person in the head of the figurehead of the group because Jericho's going to be the leader of that group.
I wouldn't love. I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the minority where I wouldn't love for it to be Montez Ford, and that has nothing to do with the Street Profits breaking up. Just, I mean, I got to be the one to say it, like a random black guy in the you know what I'm saying, this group, like, you know what I mean? I just,
hey man, give my boy get Tez some shine.
Why you expect a black man to be dressed in all black, man?
Get Tez some shine.
And the way he flew up that cage, I could firmly believe that it was Montez Ford, but they're gonna tell us all sincere. Yeah, the way he hopped, the way he hopped up that cage, I could firmly see a situation where it was Montez Ford, but they tell us it was Austin Theory. I fully believe is the reveal is going to be Austin Theory for sure. I fully believe that. My problem with it is that you got us to invest in the match, right? You got us to invest. You did your job. You sold us on this War Games match. You packed the baseball stadium. You sold us. This match deserve emphatic.
There's a lot of people there.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people there. We deserve an emphatic ending. The people that pay that $30 a month, the people that was there deserve an emphatic ending. And what
man in the mask causing the end of the match.
Like there's other ways you could have did the mystery man situation on a Raw or SmackDown in some other match or whatever, right? They could have mystery man you could have had Braun fight, I don't know, somebody, and then the mystery man comes out, helps Braun win the match on Monday Night Raw, and it would have had the same effect. Like, but that match itself deserved like an emphatic ending. Like for real, I don't think the mystery man coming out did anything for Braun. Braun got the pin, but it didn't do anything to put him over. What about playing into like Willie, for example? I think even though I didn't necessarily agree with you as far as the result, I think had they went with the angle that you pitched, I think that would have been perfect. Like have Punk, Cody, and Roman be the end of their demise. You see, there was a point in the match where Cody accidentally hit Punk, and they didn't play into that anymore. Have that be their demise, you know what I'm saying? And they lose that way, and Braun still gets the pin. Like, I think this is one of those matches where I think interference ruins the match. You know what I'm saying? You have your matches where interference ruins it. I think this was a match where it was a good match until the ending, you know, because I'm even watching it live. Matter of fact, if you see the clip that I posted, I'm like, y'all gonna end the match like that? Like, it won't know. It's one of those moments where I couldn't believe the match was ending like that. So I just wasn't a fan of it. But like you always say, Willie, I guess sometimes you gotta let the cake bake, see what they about
Yeah.
to do with this. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah, so I will do that. I will let the cake bake and see how they're gonna do with this or whatever. At this point, we don't know when this mystery man is getting revealed. Looks like they're gonna milk the story a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that.
If it is Jericho, his contract not up until the end of the year, or possibly.
It can't be Jericho, bro.
I'm just saying though, if it
Yeah.
is Jericho, his contract's not up to the end of the
Yeah.
year.
A lot of
Yeah.
people was throwing out online, a lot of people was throwing out Buddy Murphy. It can't be Buddy Murphy. He signed a new deal last year. Yeah, so it's not Buddy Murphy. He's still on the AEW contract, I think, for like another 2-3 years. He just signed it. They gave him a bag too. They gave him a bag, so they gave him a bag. And then the last thing, the interaction between Cody, Roman, and CM Punk at the end. Roman actually helps CM Punk up. CM Punk gives him a fist bump. Looks like they show mutual respect. Cody like, nah, I don't need your handout. I don't need your help or whatever. Roman was like, I'm gonna remember that, and it's the last time that we team up. I think it locks. I think
Yeah,
that's a
that
lot.
lots of different Mania.
We getting
Yeah.
we getting Cody Roman 3 at Mania for sure. We getting Cody. I don't think that was the original plan, but I think that's the best pivot. I think that's the best pivot. I really do. Cody Roman 3 sells that stadium. It does. It really does. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do next. But I think the two matches gonna be Punk versus Braun, Roman versus Cody 3. Now here's my question for you all though. If they go with Roman, and I'm sorry, if they go with CM Punk and Braun, I know it's way early. We in December. We got 4 more months left. Does Braun versus CM Punk main event, or does it open the show on either night?
Could main event night 1.
Well, we know it's not gonna main event night 2. We already know that. Whatever match Roman is in is main event night 2. But does it open or close the show? What is night 1 or night 2? Yeah, I think it's the main event.
Cody.
No. I'm sorry. CM Punk and Braun Breaker. I think I said
Yeah, it's
Roman. I'm
not your
sorry.
night one main event.
That's night. You think it's the main event for sure?
Night one, yeah.
Let me ask you this. If they happen to pull the trigger on AJ Lee versus Becky and it's actually for the title, do you think it's still the main event?
Mm-mm.
That'd
That
be the
AJ
only option for there not to be a men's night one main event.
It's
If
AJ
I
versus
can't think
Becky.
of Yeah,
Yeah, if they do AJ versus Becky, that gotta be the main event.
it's the only match that'd be worthwhile to be worthy of it, just because of who the wrestlers are.
Yeah, I agree.
But I need a good storyline leading into it to make me want that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Even with the story now, it's not there yet.
Yeah, facts. And I do agree with you. That's the only one. Like I don't know what they about to do with Tiffany Stratton, but even if it's Jade and Bianca, unless they have a fire story to tell, I don't even see that main event. Go ahead, bro.
You think even though they're doing this in January, they still gonna push Punk and Braun to Mania?
Yeah,
Even
I
though they're
think it's
getting it
gonna be
out the way
Mania.
now, they're not gonna push it to Mania. I don't think. That means something else has to come about.
That's because here's why I say that. In my opinion, I think that's when the mystery man gonna show up again. And I think that's when they actually gonna reveal it. I think they're gonna say the reveal for that. I don't think Braun is gonna win in January though.
Okay, so he's
I don't know
gonna
how,
win chamber.
yeah, I think the match just ends in an DQ. I think, and then that's how you save it for Mania. I think the match, I don't think it's gonna be a winner. You can't have Braun win yet, because Braun needs like the way you're planning to put him over, Like he needs that. He needs this moment at a one of the big four, and it got to be Mania. So you can't have that moment on the anniversary of the debut of Netflix. So
I don't know if they're gonna treat it like they treated like the first Raw. They might.
I don't know. I mean, they
The
could.
first Raw was a spectacle.
They could go with the soccer and give Braun the belt and then have a rematch at Mania.
Maybe.
I definitely think that's gonna be the match at Mania. Whether it's the first time or the second time, we gotta wait and see. My prediction is it's gonna be the second. Well, obviously it's gonna be the second time, but yeah, I don't think that match is gonna end with a decision. I think it's gonna be a no DQ. So yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. But appreciate y'all locking in, man, to episode 60. Of Yes,
Yes.
We Still Watch Wrestling, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the content. We on YouTube, we on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, we on Spotify, soon to be on Apple Podcasts. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all Thanksgiving, man. We got
Yeah,
Christmas
man.
coming up, man. Get your Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping in. But in the meantime, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Be blessed, and we out.
Yeah, I love y'all, man. Peace.
Much
Peace.
love.